Good morning and happy Monday. So today we're going to carry on some work with angles, and we're going to work on some of the trickier ones that Miss Clayton posted on Friday. And I'm going to give you a chance to maybe go back to that worksheet, check some of your answers based on this video, and then have a go at the challenge worksheet as well. Okay, so there were some trickier ones on there, and I'm going to go through how we can answer those in case some of you were stuck with those. So I'm going to recap some facts to start off with. So I'm going to write angles on a line equal angles around a point equal, and then I'm going to write angles in a triangle equal. What I want you to do is pause the video, and I want you to have a go at seeing if you can write down those three facts, and then when you unpause it you will have the answers and you can see if you got those right. If not, make sure you change them so that they match mine. So pause the video now and give it a go. Okay, back with us. So angles on a line should equal or add up to 180 degrees. So hopefully you got that one. Angles around a point should add up to 360 degrees. And then angles in a triangle, which we revised on Friday, we know that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. And one point that Miss Clayton mentioned in her maths work on Friday was the little lines. So if I just draw this triangle here, hopefully we revise the triangles as well. If not, you definitely need the four different types of triangles and the properties. So again, if you didn't do that, you're going to really struggle with this work today. So I would pause, even if you need to go online and have a little Google, but make sure you're really confident with the four different types of triangle and the properties. So what I'm going to do is I'll draw the three different types down here. Oh, I'm not very good at drawing this last one. I always struggle. Okay, that's not a bad go. So Miss talked about these lines. Sometimes there's just one little line like that, and sometimes there's two little lines like that. So I'll give you one example that's like that, and then I'll give you one example that's like that. But they simply just mean that whichever sides have got these lines on are equal. So in this one, this side and this side are equal. In this one, this side and this side are equal. So bit of a clue there, all of the sides are equal, so it's in the name. It is an I think I spelled that wrong. Lateral. That doesn't look right at all. I think I need to check my spelling on that one. Let's have a little look. I think it's equilateral. Equilateral. Yes, I was right. Equilateral. There we go. Sorted it. The next one is, because if we can see here, it's got that in the corner, which means it's a right angled triangle. So we should know that one because we would spot the right angle. This one is the awkward Mr. Scalene, and I've no idea if I've spelled that one right either, so I better check that one. Scalene. Oh, I think I have. Good work. I'm on form this morning. Isosceles. Why are all the triangle names so hard to spell? ISOS. I remember one of the children said that to me one year. ISOS. Celes. I always miss that. Oops, I put a double S in there. Oh, honestly. There we go. We've half fixed it. So we've got equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. We've got a right angle triangle which has got one right angle in it. Then we've got a scalene, no sides or angles are equal in this one. And obviously with the equilateral as well, we've got all equal angles. So no sides and no angles are equal. And then your isosceles, you've got 2 equal sides, which you can see, and 2 equal angles at the bottom. So all those facts are really, really important to understand in today's work. So if you're not really confident with those, make sure you've got these 3 written down, and make sure you've gone and revised the properties of the different triangles. We can also have right angle isosceles triangle and a right angle scalene triangle. So that's just one to point out for you. But definitely make sure you're really confident with those facts before you get on to today's work. Okay, so now we know that, let's have a little look at this one. Okay, so based on what we've just had a little revision of, we can see here that we've got the 2 little lines, which means that if we look back up here, that means it is an isosceles triangle. So it's an isosceles triangle. So we know that not only are these 2 sides equal, but what else do we know? Well, we know that this other angle down here is equal to this one, because we've only got one angle in here. So that's not really going to help us with finding out what this angle up here is, which is the one that we want to know. So we need to look at the information we have been given. So we have been given this 65 here. So we know that this one has also got to be 65. Well, how is that going to help us find angle X? Well, we also know that angles in a triangle add up to 180, don't we? So 65 plus 65, well, I'm going to do 60 add 60 is 120, and 5 add 5 is 10, so that's 130 degrees. So if these two are 130, well, if I do 180 degrees, take away 130 degrees, I get 50 degrees, 50, 60, 70, 80. So I know that that one up here then must be 50 degrees, because 50 add 65 gives us that 180, which is, we know angles in a triangle add up to 180. So now we've got an angle here that might help us work out what angle X is. Now again, if we go back to these up here, which one's going to help us? Is it going to be angles on a line, angles around a point, or angles in a triangle? Well, we've used that fact. So is it around a point or is it an angle on a line? Well, I've not got a line going straight through, so it's got to be angle around a point. So I can see here, there's my point. There's one angle that we know is 50. So it's, what is this angle up here? So if we know that this one plus this one is going to give us 360, we can do 360, take away 50, which leaves us with, well, we can do that one nice mentally, can't we? So 310 degrees. So angle X up here is 310 degrees. Okay. This one down here then, let's have a little look at what we know here. Again, we've only got one angle, but I'm spotting something. I've got this little box over here. So I'm thinking, right, well, I know that that one has got to be 90 degrees. So I've now got 2 angles in my triangle. So let's use that to work out what this one is up here. So similar to what we've just done, 90 plus 39 is, well, I'm going to do 90 plus my 30, well, 10 to take me to 100, and I got 20 less, so 129. So if I know that this one and this one are 129, I can use that to help me work out this one. And we know that this plus this would be 180. So I'm going to do 180, take away that 129, and let's see what that gives us. I'm going to use counting up here. So I'm going to go 1 to 130, and then 130 to 180 is 50. Sorry. So it will be 51 degrees. So I've now got that angle up here, 51 degrees. So, like we did up there on this one here, well, it's angles around a point, isn't it? So I've got my point there. This angle plus this angle gives me 360. So I could do, in actual fact, I've added one onto this one, so I'm just going to take one off that. Okay, so that would give me 309. And if we do 309 add 51, well, 309 add 1 is 310. Oh, I've done that wrong, haven't I? What have I done wrong? Did I do that one wrong? I did that one wrong. Am I half asleep again this morning, guys? No, 360. I am half asleep. 309 add 1 is 310, add 50 is 360. Honestly, I'm trying to get to 380. Wake up, Miss K. So, yeah, if we add those together, they give us that 360. Or we could have done that 360, take away 51, and we still would have got that answer there. Okay, so we've got another missing angle down here. So we know that Z is 309 degrees, but we've got another one down here. Now this time we look, they are both sat on a straight line that's not very straight because I don't have a ruler still. So we know that this one plus this one will give us 180. So this time I'm going to do 180, take away that 39, because then that'll leave me with this angle here. So I'm going to count up again. 39 to 40 is 1, and then 40 to 80 is 40. So 41 degrees. 141 degrees even. Add 39, yeah. So 141 add 39 would give me 180. Just doing a bit of a check there to make sure, because add my 9 to there would take me to 150, 60, 70, 80. So this one here will be 141 degrees. Okay, have a look at this one here. Ooh, interesting. So I've got no angles in here. So how am I going to work out what this one is? Well, if I take a look at this, this and this, that tells me that all my sides are equal. And thinking back to our properties of our triangles, when all our sides are equal, we know it's an equilateral triangle, which also means that all our angles are equal. So, using my times table knowledge, I'm going to think about, well, I know that this, this and this would add up to 180. So if I think about 18 and divide that into 3 equal, because they're all equal, we just said the angles are equal, 18 divided by 3 gives me 6. So 180 divided by 3 will give me 60. So I know that all of these angles in here are 60 degrees. And that's always the case with an equilateral triangle as well, because they're always going to add up to 180. So all your angles in an equilateral triangle are always going to be 60. Okay? So now I've got, well, I'm on a straight line again, aren't I? So I've got 60. Add something gives me 180. So I'm going to do 180, take away that 60, will give me 120. 120 add 60 is 180. So this angle, angle X, is 120. Okay, hopefully you're still with me. And then we've got this last one. Ooh, this is a tricky one. So I'm going to start with this one up here, because I can see I'm already on my angles around a point. Straight away I'm thinking about that. And I know they add up to 360. So if I know this one's 82, I can do 360 take away 82 is, so I'm going to take away 60 to take me to 300. Then another 20 is 280. Then another 2 is 278. So just going backwards to check that, add my 2 onto there, gives me 270, 270, 30, and yeah, I think I'm right there. Honestly, today, 10, 8, yeah, I'm good. So, Y is 278 degrees, yeah? So this one up here is 278 degrees. Now then, I need to know what Y is, but I don't know what this angle is here. I do know, however, that this is 45 and this is 82. So let's see what 82 add 45 is. Well, 5 add 2 is 7, 8 add 4 is 12. So they are 127 in total. So if I want to work out what this last angle is, I can do 180, take away that 127. Remember, if you do need to do column method, that's fine, but preferably, let's see if we can do these mentally. So 127, add 3 takes me to 130, 130 to 180 is 50, so 53 degrees. So this one down here is going to be 53 degrees. So we know that angle now, so we can use that to work out angle Y. So again, I'm on a straight line, so I'm going to do 180, because that's what angles on a straight line add up to. 180, take away 53. oh, well, actually, interesting. I just did that. 180 take away 127 was 53. So if I do 180 take away 53, I'm going to get 127 degrees. So I know that y is 127 degrees. Okay? That is really, really tricky stuff. Okay? So please do not panic if you can't do it. Okay? Just have a go. Do as many as you can. And if you are stuck, don't worry. Okay? Remember, we're not in school at the moment. I can help you as much as I can via the video. But do not panic if you don't understand it. Okay? It will come up again in maths at some point and you will get the help with it, alright? So just do as many as you can figure out, okay? Even if you can't, have a little look at the answers and see if you can figure out how they got the answer from that, okay? If you do need any extra help, I will try my best. Just drop me a message on Twitter or get whoever's at home to email me and I will try my best to help you out, okay? But please, like I said, don't panic because that is really, really tricky stuff. But I'm looking forward to seeing how many you get done. Speak to you soon. Bye.